Hello and welcome back to another amazing episode. I hope that you guys are giving from love today and not for love. And I hope that you find this in a moment in your life where you honestly need it the most. And when I say that, I mean it. I mean like need it to where you just don't need it, but you want it, that you're seeking because you have a reason and you have a big why attached to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or fulfill right now. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today, the why and why you do certain things and the reasons that you do certain things. And I was just reading this morning in regards to, finding your reasons, finding the reasons why you do things, finding the reasons why when you do anything in life, why you, when I eat cake, when I eat cookies, the reason why I want to do that is because they taste good. But they taste to me good, but I know that they're not healthy for me. So if I have cookies every single day, over time, I most likely will develop something I don't want. So I had to realize reasons are going to reap rewards. Like how many times have you told yourself, you know what, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do that the next day. I'll start next Monday. I'll give you guys an example. The healthy 60-year-old that goes to the gym at 5 a.m. and he's just going at it. And you just see him showing up and they're just not willing to give up. It's most likely because this person doesn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. It's because he or she has realized that they want a better quality of life. There's enough motivation behind in him or her staying healthy so they can continue with their family and they can have a better quality of life, whatever life they have left. Instead of someone that doesn't necessarily get up and go to the gym or even any level of activity, there's no big enough reason for them to live. It's like whenever you hear, I'll die for my kids. I will die for my kids. But will you live? Will you be healthy for your kids? Will you show up for your kids? Will you accomplish your goals and dreams? Will you let go of any drama, negativity, or circumstances that are not serving you right now, even if that includes a place or person or thing, to really go after that life that you deserve? Will you stop attaching yourself to things that are no longer growing you so you actually allow your blessings to start cultivating and so you can actually grow them? That can happen in anything. That has happened many times in my business where I think that a specific method of doing my business was going to be the method for the rest of my life. And I stopped getting so attached to quote unquote selling that I started serving. I started giving tips. I started helping people. I started showing other people how to make money. I started showing other people how to work on their health, how to get results, how to feel good, how to put on a wedding ring after 20 years because it didn't fit them anymore. But because now they're at a healthy weight, they were able to put that back. That is a big enough reason, and reasons reap rewards. The reward was that fulfillment. The reward was seeing that joy on that person's face. So some of us don't want to do some of the things that we know we have to do, but there's a good reason to a lot of the tasks that we do that we need to accomplish, even the ones that we don't want to do. I don't want to cook for my family every single day. I don't. I would rather fridge full of food, meal prep done, and I would still pick for me to go out to eat. But that doesn't serve me. That doesn't serve my morals. That doesn't serve my core values. That doesn't serve what I want to build for my family, which is showing them how to have a meal as a family, to sit down and have conversations, to let them know that I love them enough to not just buy them something to eat, but make them something to eat. Show them what healthy actually is. Show them that, I'm attempting to do something that I don't want to do. So they start to realize, so our four kids start to realize wow, mom and dad, they don't really like to do this, but they're doing it. So in life, when they know they have to do something that they don't want to do, they've already been taught by example, by leading them and showing them what is available. Because guess what? Reasons are going to reap rewards. So finding the reason, finding your purpose of why it is that you're doing certain things, why you act a certain way, what causes you to do the things that you do, and what causes you to not do the things that you do. So I've realized it can go both ways. You can attach something of goodness, okay, I can't wait to cook for my family, I know they're gonna love it. Or you can attach something of pain. If I don't finish this book, if I don't start this business, if I am not coachable with what my sponsor, my mentor, my person is telling me that I should be doing in my business, and I'm telling you guys in regards to business because it happens a lot in my business. I had the realization that there was some things that I did not want to do in my business. Not that it was unsafe or that it was going to, cause any harm, but there was some things that I didn't want to do in my business because I felt uncomfortable. Uncomfortable though in the way that I had never done it. So of course it was uncomfortable because I had never done it. I had never attempted it. Nobody had ever pushed me outside of my comfort zone. And then I realized okay, if I don't do it, I'm not going to be able to be home with my kids and work and travel around the world. I won't be able to bring my husband home. I won't be able to retire my mom. I won't be able to just get up and vacation when I want. And I attached pain and emotion to the things that I wanted. So it really stirred something in me. And I'm telling you guys this because I'm doing the same thing right now. Whenever I was reading on this and I'm pondering and I'm like, this is where you are right now with certain things in your life that you're not wanting to do right now because it's easier for you to talk now. It's easier for you to public speak now. What wasn't once easy, you've done over and over and over again. And now it has become not necessarily easier, but you have become better. So now when I have to move myself into another stage of my life, which makes me uncomfortable, because, I'm putting myself in this imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to do this? Who am I to say that this is what's going to happen? It's pushing me back to, you have to do this. Because if you don't do this, this is not going to happen for you. If you don't do this, you're failing. You're failing your word. You're failing the gift that God gave you. You're for those that are faith-based. You're failing the universe, because you're holding on to something that was put in you. And you're not willing to do it and you're not willing to show up. So I feel like sometimes when we struggle with motivation to learn or to just do something in our life, I don't know, lose weight, get the business started, have the conversation that you need to have with your friend or your spouse, a tough conversation, there's a good chance that you just haven't uncovered the why of it. You haven't even pondered, why am I doing this? Why should I do this? Why am I continuing to do this? And understand, you have to allow yourself to find that purpose while you're in action. It doesn't mean overthink. It doesn't mean not do anything while you're trying to figure it out. It just means as you're trying to put it all together, allow yourself to stay in action as you allow yourself to feel the emotions and to keep going, right? So what do you have to lose? Ask yourself, what do I have to lose by actually showing up for myself? What do I have to lose by actually losing the weight that I want? What do I have to lose by starting a side business, by starting network marketing, by doing something that I know I see other people be successful at and they have the things that I am looking for. Time flexibility, being able to travel, not have to worry about a sitter when there's a holiday. So if you guys didn't know, it's a holiday today. It's a Monday. And before I had to worry. About, okay, do we have a sitter? Is one of us off? Who's going to take care of the kids today? Or what time is the daycare? Is the daycare open? And now I don't have to worry about that anymore because I got it. But I used to write all these disadvantages down, right? Like if I don't show up for myself in my business, I'm not going to be able to be present for my kids in days that they don't have school. And I'm going to have to run around with my chicken, looking like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to see who's going to take care of the kids. If I don't start this side business, I am going to forever live in the limited belief that I never have money. And it becomes such a belief that you actually decide to live like that. You never have money, so you act like there's no money, so you act like there's no resources, so you act like there's no opportunities. And then you literally have already lost before you even have given yourself the opportunity to try something. So write down all the disadvantages that you are going to face if you don't learn or if you don't allow yourself to act in what you know you should be acting in. You know that you should be going outside for a walk. Because maybe you're just, not going to a gym. Maybe you're not at that mental state yet, right? But going outside for a walk costs you nothing. It's going to help you. But if you don't do that, if you don't show up every day, if you don't lose those extra 40 pounds, what is it going to cost you? It's going to cost you your health. It's going to cost you your quality of life. It's going to cost a lot of pain, because it's not just you. It's the people around you the most. The people around you that want you to take care of yourself. The people around you that want you to live longer. The people around you that then have to take care of you. So now you're taking up their time because you just decided to not take care of yourself. That's selfish. Selfish. Right? So for example, like, make a list of the things that are going to really excite you. Like, I'm going to be able to have more free time and be healthier because I'm going to allow it of myself. I'm going to be able to travel the world with my family because I decided to start my side hustle. So I work my 8 to 5 or my 9 to 5. And from 5 to 11 or from 5 to midnight, I'm going to work on my future. I'm going to work on that thing, on my passion. And I'm going to find my purpose within this to really excel in what you love to do. And I feel like that's where we mostly struggle in. Most of us struggle because we don't know who we are. We're letting the world define us. We're comparing ourselves on social media. We don't understand how somebody else is doing. We try to understand how somebody else is doing it instead of trying to, understand and figure it out for ourselves. Right? And that's the thing. Most of us don't really have to figure it out for ourselves. There's only certain things. Like my relationship with higher power, with God, I had to learn how to figure out for myself. But He put someone in my life to introduce me back to where I needed to be in alignment, right? I don't feel like He just kind of leaves us stranded. You have to allow yourself to think like, okay, well, I've gotten this far. What else can I do? What else can I accomplish? So understanding that a lot of our identity issues, a lot of our things with like, I'll never learn that, or I always came from a broke family, or I've never had the money. You are identifying with those things. You have literally believed those things that were told to you. So now your life reflects it. Your life reflects the fact that, you can't have nice things. And then you justify it to yourself. And then you're like, oh, I already knew it. Your life reflects the fact that you're like, oh, I don't have any motivation. I love my kids and I want to be healthy for them. But, I can't because I have my kids and I just don't have any time. So now you justify it. The good enough reason is not overpowering the bad enough excuse. Write that down. The good enough reason is not overpowering the bad enough excuse. Because you're either feeding into your reasons and your actions, and those reasons are going to reap results, or you're feeding into your excuses every single day. Which one do you want to win? And it's hard and it's challenging. And you're like, Annabelle, it's so easy for you. It wasn't. I didn't even know the English language. I struggled when I came to America. I struggled. People made fun of me. Kids made fun of me. And I told myself, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to make my parents proud. How can I make them proud? Study. Learn the English language. Understand how to get ahead. Get a good career. Make my own money. Right? And stay out of trouble. I didn't know much. I was 6 years old and I didn't know the English language, but I knew that if my parents sacrificed the way that they did to leave their whole family, their whole business, their whole life to go to a country that they didn't know the language, that they didn't know the people, that they didn't know the culture, that they didn't know what was here, I knew that they paid the price for me in a certain aspect. So I'm willing to also pay the price for my kids. In return, I hope that they know that they're going to have to also pay the price if they want their generations or generations to come to be better, to do more, to become more, so that they can give more, to lead people to God with love and light and setting the example and understanding that the truth is the truth. You can have your truth and then there's the truth. The truth will never change. So I hope that what you guys took from this today is like understanding the why behind why you do certain things. Why you sit on the couch instead of just going up and going for a walk. Why you do it. Why? Are you actually afraid that you're going to lose those 40 extra pounds? Are you actually afraid that you're going to start feeling good? I'm telling you guys now, I can tell you I don't miss the extra 40 pounds I lost. It's been years. And I can tell you I haven't said, oh, I can't wait till I gain those back. I didn't keep clothes in my closet that were big just in case. Some people do that. Oh, well, just in case I get big again. You're self-sabotaging. You're telling yourself, okay, if something happens, my emotions are going to be out of place and I'm just going to gain all that weight back anyway, so I might as well keep them. Why? Now you have a hoarding issue. Now you have an issue with attachment and letting go of your old mindful habits. I've met people that have lost 100 pounds physically and still feel 100 pounds heavier in their mind. And I've met people that have lost 3 pounds physically and have lost 100 pounds in their mind. Why? It all has to do with what you believe about yourself, how you allow yourself to break those limited beliefs, and are you in constant action of allowing yourself to say, you know what, I have purpose. I was put here on purpose, and allowing yourself to understand, like, somebody loves you. And if you don't feel that, if you keep going, if you show up, if you let your voice be heard in love and light, by you changing you, because you can't change anyone else, right? By you aligning your values, by you understanding that you have to be willing to understand that there is so much more abundance available to you. You have to learn to get into that habit of asking the question of why before you do anything else. Why am I doing this? Is this serving me? You start your own business and now your friends are flying into town and they're like, girl, let's go away for 2 weeks. Really? You just started your business. Whether you invested $100 or $100,000, you're going to leave now when you just started, when you have the most momentum, it's just now picking up. You're going to leave it? You're going to leave it in seed form when the enemy can kill it the most? Nah, sis, don't do it. Don't do it. Because if not, everyone all the time will always have your schedule. Will always just say, oh, I can call her up. I can call him up. They'll always be available. If your friends know that you're always available, and I'm not talking about having a tough conversation. I'm not talking about being there for them in case of an emergency. I'm talking about they ain't got nothing better to do. They just got into a fight with their baby dad and they're like, I'm going to call her. I'm going to call him. Let's hang out, bro. Let's chill, bro. And you're going to the club every weekend, or you're going to places that you know you shouldn't be at because you're having this fear of missing out. When in reality, you need to learn how to start saying no with no explanation. No, I will not be there tonight. But why? If you get an explanation from me, is because I love you and I have favor. But no is a good enough reason for you to tell someone you ain't going. You ain't showing up. No, I'm working on my goals. No, I'm working on my fitness. No, I have better things that I need to accomplish. And what we used to do is no longer serving me in the season of what I want to do right now. So I hope that you guys listen to this and you don't just listen, but you apply it and go share it with someone. So what I'm going to start doing is this. I got inspired by someone. Whatever reviews you guys leave, when you guys leave your reviews, I want to start shouting you out on here. I want to start letting you know that your voice is heard. I want you to understand that somebody is listening, that somebody is reading your opinions of your commenting back in your reviews. So if you haven't yet, please leave a review and maybe a couple of ways that this podcast has helped you. Will you be willing to share with your friends? Would you be willing to post it? Would you be willing to tag me? That way I know that it's helping you and it's reaching you. So I understand, like, I have a why behind this. Now, whether you do that or not, I'm still going to record. I'm still going to use my voice. I'm still going to show up because I've just, in my life, I don't want to cancel on myself, but I also want to know that it's helping you and that it's serving you and that it's in a season where you're like, I needed this. And if it's not in the season that you needed it, you can put it in your pocket and you can say, maybe in this next season or in another season, it's going to serve me more. But don't be selfish. Share with someone. Remember, give from love, not for.